improving access to potable water, greater management of lands, and the continued build-out of the island's road network, the major objectives of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation this fiscal year.
There is no doubt in my mind that this ministry is central to all that we as a government wants to and intend to accomplish for Jamaica and its people through growth and development.
Find out how next. In addition to the approved National Water Sector Policy and Implementation Plan, the ministry has been undertaking water projects across the island. Among them, non-revenue water reduction programs in the Kingston metropolitan area and Portmore, along with increasing the supply capacity from the Rio Cobre water treatment plant. The perennial issue of drought is also being tackled through a review of the drought management plan.
The review process is far advanced and it is anticipated the plan will be completed in this financial year.
Water quality and availability studies are also being carried out in St. Catherine, St. Elizabeth, and St. Anne. A water purchase agreement is being pursued for the content water treatment plant in St. Catherine. The installation of water and sewer lines along Spanish Town Road is slated for completion by December, and work continues apace on distribution plans for the Caymanas Estate development area.
The government is working assiduously to ensure that Jamaica's water resources will be available for generations to come. As we remain committed to this task, we call upon citizens to do their part in protecting and conserving our water resources. We are building towards a future of sustainability.
And so, the National Environment and Planning Agency recently completed the draft management and zoning plan for the Black River Protected Area. The conservation of biodiversity is also being promoted in the Negril Environmental Protection Area and the Cockpit Country. The $38 million new Negril Master Plan is complete.
The objective of the Master Plan is to make the new Negril area a model 21st century community by creating a smart, sustainable, and resilient, technology-driven, inclusive community.
In line with the planned development thrust, the Negril Green Island Area Local Planning Authority will acquire a drone to track development. The island is now covered by at least one provisional development order. The Jamaica Development Applications Portal for Electronic Submissions pilot program is ongoing in St. Andrew, St. Anne, and St. James. And Jamaica's Development and Investment Manual is being updated in the year.
The systematic titling process is targeting privately held land at a community scheme level and will operate alongside the existing voluntary system of registration of lands.
10,000 titles will be delivered in this year. Aiding in this drive is the implementation of the Electronic Systematic Adjudication System, development of 25% of the National Digital Cadastral Map, and digitizing existing titles under the Electronic Titling Project.
3 of the 4 buildings will shortly be delivered, and the 4th will be completed by the end of July 2021.
That's the latest from the first 2 phases of redevelopment and expansion of the Garmex Free Zone. Construction on the Morant Bay Urban Center and the Boundbrook Industrial Estate are to commence later this fiscal year. And redevelopment plans are being finalized for the Nagohead Tech Park and the Hayes Free Zone. Over at the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority, projects worth $1.3 billion will get underway, creating an additional 400 acres of space.
The future of sustainability, structural innovation, and investment opportunity is in a safe hand.
The Jamaica International Financial Services Authority will prioritize the passage of 3 key bills and their regulations.
It is well known that the government has been on a major drive to improve the island-wide road infrastructure.
As a result, the 2-part Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project is on in earnest. The Maypen to Williamsfield extension of the East-West Highway is 22% complete. $1.2 billion has been set aside for work to start on the Montego Bay Perimeter Road. An additional $133.9 million will be dispersed to complete the Harborview to Port Antonio leg. Vehicular movement and pedestrian safety will be prioritized on roads in the Kingston metropolitan region. The $500 million pilot Lengthman program will target the roadway between Dunrobin Avenue in St. Andrew and Twickenham Park in St. Catherine. And $101 million has been set aside for the National Works Agency's pre-hurricane mitigation program.
We remain committed to the task of taking this country and its people towards a future of sustainable structural innovation, engineering creation, and investment opportunity.